In accordance with Einstein's theory of general relativity, time slows down in close proximity to massive objects such as black holes, the US presidential elections, and the release date of Bravely Default 2. God, it felt like this game was getting closer and closer up until about probably the beginning of February, and then it felt like time just absolutely started slowing to a crawl. Alright. Claytech Works. Unreal Engine. Cryware. Hello all you crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite, and welcome to Bravely Default 2. Oh boy. This has been a long time coming. Let's see, do we have console audio? Alright, we do have console audio, it's just very low. Let me turn that up a little so I can hear it. My recording looks good. Okay, I think I can start. Alright. Bravely Default 2. I've been waiting for this since, I think, 2018 was when this was first revealed. Then we heard nothing, like radio silence for probably another year and a half after that.
Hey.
And then, now here we are, in February of 2021, and we are ready to go. Okay. So I did blind playthroughs of Bravely Default and Bravely Default, Bravely Second End Layer, rather, when those games first came out. It wasn't quite when Bravely Default first came out. And, those games grew on me, and I am quite excited to see more of the braving and defaulting game mechanics. I will hold off on talking until the end of this introduction.
Which connects this thread of life, adrift, untethered. It must be woven back into the fabric of the world. Remember who you are.
Okay, standard difficulty level. Recommendation for everyone except real gluttons for punishment. Casual. Enemy turns come around more slowly and battles are easier. Recommended for those who wish to concentrate on enjoying the story. Difficulty can be changed at any time. And hard, which is for people who just have way too much time on their hands. I'm gonna go with normal. If it becomes a problem in either direction, I'll change it to either easy or difficult later.
Return to the land, to your destiny. Cry out. Call out your name.
Enter a name. I could put in my name. Let's see. I don't have a keyboard plugged into my Nintendo Switch right now. So I'm just gonna have to use the good old-fashioned method of seeking out keys on the keyboard, on the on-screen keyboard. I don't know how to spell today, do I? D-R... This is actually pretty funny. A-G-O. I could spell out the entire thing, except I think this is good enough and I don't feel like typing out anymore. Alright. I am Drago, yes. Please note that some characters may not display correctly. Beware that if this name is shared with others... beware that this name may be shared with others if online functionality is used. That's fine. There's no swears in this name. Pokemon Cafe Mix. Thank you, Leslie, for immediately giving a little bit of a demonstration of online Nintendo Switch Online things. Prologue, The Inner Ocean's Call. Okay, so we're are we going to be starting out as like a pirate on the high seas or something?
Where am I?
Is this what the crystal wished to show us?
Without a doubt, my lady. Where the light led, there he lay.
Are those voices? But Whose?
'Twould seem he is a young man of the sea.
This is all a little unexpected, I must say. But I trust you, Sir Sloane, and I trust the light of the crystal.
He may not seem much, milady, but appearances can be deceiving. In any case, he is in need of urgent treatment. Let us return to town with all haste. We will talk more of what this means at a later juncture.
Can't believe I survived.
Boy, this feels familiar. Oh wait, let's turn on auto advance. No, don't skip. That's the other L button. The other R button. I know my left from my right. L. There we go, auto advance.
Huh? Where am I?
You are in Halcyonia, in an inn. Don't be alarmed, you are quite safe. Now that you appear to be capable of speaking, perhaps you could tell me a little about yourself.
I feel like this would have been a more natural place to have the game ask for my name, but sure, let's roll with it.
Sure, I mean, I'm just a regular sailor, I guess. My ship got hit by this huge wave, and I was swept overboard. I don't remember anything after that. Guess I must have drifted here on the tide.
I see. Then perhaps it was the crystal's will after all.
Huh? What do you mean?
Ah, our young seafarer has awoken at last. Verily, thy plight hath troubled us greatly, friend. We had feared the very worst.
This is Sir Sloane, the royal man-at-arms.
The what?
Come, milady, we must make haste. It will not do to keep King Vernon waiting.
Indeed not. We will leave right away.
Wait, you're going to meet a king? Who exactly are you?
Gloria of Musa, at your service. Princess Gloria of Musa, if you prefer my proper title. Although, since my kingdom was destroyed, I've been unsure whether I'm worthy of it any longer.
You're a princess.
I shall explain everything in due course. For now, you would do well to rest a while longer.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, moving the story forward. This is going to be an explanation of the quest markers, it seems. Any key locations you need to visit in order to move the story forward will be indicated by the quest marker icon. Why not start by seeing where it leads you? If you ever get confused about what you're supposed to be doing, you can always just press and hold R to check your current objectives. Alright. Let's see. Saving. Oh, does this game have autosave now? 2 times Phoenix Down obtained. Alright. Boy, this feels good.
Feeling better now?
Good to be back.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me stay here.
Don't mention it. It's only right to help people out when they're in need.
Well, thanks all the same. So this place is called Halcyonia, right? Can't say I've ever heard of it. Where exactly are we?
Oh, I didn't think you were from around here. All right, let me show you on a map. Here we are.
What the? This map doesn't make any sense. Where the heck am I?
I heard you met with something of a calamity.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. My ship was hit by a giant wave. Must have been a freak storm or something.
Oh dear. Yes, we've been hearing a lot about enormous waves and the like lately. We're all right here in the city, but I heard they wreaked havoc down on the coast.
That doesn't sound good. Maybe I should go check it out. See if I can figure out what happened to me.
Well, the seaside's not far south of here. Follow the road out of town, and you'll be there in a jiffy. Tell you what, why don't you take the map with you in case you get lost?
Really? Thanks.
Okay, map obtained. Thank you for looking out for me, strange innkeeper lady. The main menu is now accessible. Use the X button to open it. Alright, use the X button. That's this one, right? Alright. I guess I'm going to try and do a little bit of an explanation of what's going on here right now. Do you have anything for me, or are you just a generic talking bubble? Alright, so here, Bravely Default 2, this Let's Play here that I'm doing. This is a blind Let's Play. That means that I've never played this game before. Not only that, but I've, for the last couple of years, had a bit of a personal policy of putting a moratorium on, like, checking spoilers and pre-release material and trailers and stuff that go out for about a year before this game came out. So most of the stuff most of the, like, media and whatever that's come out about this game in the last, and over the course of 2020, I don't know about. And I've actually tried very hard to keep it that way and avoid spoilers so that I can go into this game without knowing every single thing about it. It's also been a very long time since I played Bravely Default or Bravely Second End Layer. And with that said, 1, keep the spoilers in the comments to a minimum, and 2, I wish I didn't have to say this, but please keep the backseat gaming in the comments to the minimum. If there's a cool strategy that you want me to know about that I can use in a boss battle, that's fine. But if you're just going to be one of those people who are like, why didn't you equip the giant axe of +5 pedantry? It'll raise your special attack by 2% or whatever. Don't bother. I don't care. It's just, please go scream somewhere else. I wish I didn't have to say that, but this has been a problem every time I do a blind Let's Play of something. I just want to play the game. I want to experience the game. I want to experience the story. I don't really care about min-maxing everything. Alright, so with those few words out of the way, let's see where we are. And boy, does it feel good to see the watercolor art style of Bravely Default on an HD game console of the Nintendo Switch. Home of the Spring Breeze, Halcyonia. It's more correct way to pronounce it. Making your way around town, you'll find various helpful establishments in villages, towns, and cities to visit on your adventure. Shops work just the same way that shops do in pretty much all video games. Inns work pretty much the same way that all inns do in all video games ever. If you're struggling to find a particular establishment, press the right stick to get a zoomed out view of your current location. If you need to look somewhere quickly, you can push and hold ZR to break into a run, and if you're the sort of person who's always in a hurry, you can go into the menu, options, settings, and turn on auto run. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to mention, which probably is going to be a little bit on the weird side, is that if you hear me getting confused about the controls more often than usual, I am playing this on a PS3 controller. I'll give a little bit of an explanation about that in a second. I can't let you through here, sorry. I'm afraid you'll have to turn back. So that's just a generic progress gate. I use a Mayflash Magic on my Nintendo Switch, which allows me to plug in pretty much any USB controller into it. 1, because my Joy-Cons are drifting and I can't be bothered to actually fix them. 2, because I feel like the Joy-Cons are actually a little on the small side and kind of a pain to hold, and I prefer other controllers. Normally I would use an Xbox 360 controller for this, but my Xbox 360 controller is getting a little bit on the old side, and some of the buttons don't do what they really are supposed to do on occasion, and it's actually becoming a little bit of a problem. So I'm just going to be using my backup of a PS3 controller instead. So if you see me getting like the X button and the cross button confused or something, the cross button is naturally the primary input on the PS3 controller on the DualShock 3. It looks like an X. The X button is the one that's on like the top of the Nintendo Joy-Cons. Yeah, the top. So if you see me like hitting down when I should be hitting up or whatever, then that's most likely the reason why. Hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. Something is happening in the ocean. High seas, big waves, sudden storms. It's got tides all messed up too, which means people can't go out fishing. No one's seen anything like it before. Alright. I didn't actually read what you told me. Like, twice. Do you not have everything you need before your travels? If not, our shop should be able to help you. Listen, even if you don't need anything, could you at least go in and browse for a bit? My father gives me money for every customer I bring into the shop. Okay, so you're like a salesman working on commission or something. Alright, we only have one season here in Halcyona. Spring! It's nice and warm all year round. Perfect for taking outdoor naps. The pollen is the only problem. My hay fever basically never goes away. Ah, that would suck. By the way, summer is the best season. You're not allowed to disagree. You there! Princess Gloria has been with us for a few years now, ever since she had to flee from her own kingdom. Musa, it was called. That name sounds familiar. Surely she couldn't stay here forever, though. I wonder what she'll do. I'm not going to read every piece of NPC dialogue in the game. We mustn't abandon hope, no matter how bleak things become. We need to take courage and look towards the future. The heroes of light are sure to cut through the darkness and come to our aid. That's what people used to say when I was a little girl anyway. I've got no idea if it's actually true. Alright, by the way, let me hit the right stick to zoom out. Alright. That looks very nice. I foresee myself doing... Every time I move, it zooms in again. I foresee myself doing this a lot for end screens. For these videos. Which brings me to the subject of this Let's Play. Ooh, cool. I can actually go into buildings in this game. In the 3DS games, in the 3DS Bravely games, I could just, basically go up to the windows and talk. Except for a small number of buildings. Halcyonian, don't make me pronounce that. Produce, alright, it doesn't help that you've got, like, a... I guess that would be an accent. Oh no, you're drunk, I see. It's the best you can ever hope to find. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and pronounce drunk, because I've never had that experience, and I don't know how to do it properly. Anyway, you're just rambling. Much like myself. Musa is only a small kingdom, but it had so much history. I don't understand what could have just destroyed it like that. I mean, there are loads of rumors, monsters, civil war, you name it. No one really knows the truth, though. Okay. So, much like the big ol' hole that opened down in Tiz's backyard in Bravely Default, we're starting out this game with a nice calamity. Alright, and... I feel like I should be able to go around this this desk here, this bar, in a circle, but it seems like I can only go in a U shape. Alright, so for this Let's Play, and I'm just gonna run around out here a little bit and talk before I move on. This is gonna be a blind Let's Play. It's most likely going to be very long, because, I mean, this is a Bravely Default game. The first two were like 120, 130 and change videos, and this one's probably not gonna be any shorter. I'm probably going to try and, like, formalize it a little bit. When I did my Let's Plays of Bravely Default and Bravely Second, I didn't do much by way of things like signing off at the end of every video and signing on at the beginning. That greatly reduces the amount of stress for me for making these videos, so I'm probably going to just, like, cave and do that eventually. I know some people don't really like that. That's the buckler, which is a shield, which I might as well equip. I know some people don't exactly like that, so I'm probably going to, let's see. At least try to formalize it a little bit with signing on and signing off and whatever. Headwear. I don't have a... Oh, I can equip shields to a hand. That's right. At the beginning of the game, at least. I'm gonna try and sign on and sign off at the end of every video, because that's probably the section in which most people are watching, and when people are deciding if they want to keep watching or not. At the end, probably to, like, reduce the amount of stress that I have when I try to make these videos, I'll just cut at convenient places, probably at the beginning or end of cutscenes or whatever. Just a bit of a forewarning for anyone who may prefer one style of Let's Play over another. Other things.
Hey.
Let's see, I guess my upload schedule, this is probably going to be on a, like, every other day with some other Let's Play basis in which I'm posting. It may be a little bit irregular at the beginning while I'm still sorting things out, but can I go in this door? I cannot. I'm trying to run 2 Let's Plays at once on my YouTube channel just for the sake of having more than one thing going on for an entire year at a time. Which is going to make this take a very long time. I foresee myself spending the rest of 2021 playing Bravely Default 2. And as well as other games on the side, which for now are Pokemon and Bullet Heaven 2, Bullet Heaven 3. I can count. Things are moving too fast, and in the future are probably going to be other games, which may or may not be other JRPGs, may or may not be other Nintendo games, we'll see. King Vernon's otherwise engaged at the moment. You better come back later if you're hoping for an audience. Okay, so what do I have to do? Oh, I see the quest marker is pointing to the, outside, and I was told that I should go and talk to the shop, just because that's something that would probably help me when I go outside. Let's buy some junk. Teleport stones. Alright, that's the escape rope tent. Fully restore yourself at a save point. I have 422 gold. Or pigs. Or however I'm supposed to pronounce it. I call them pigs. The characters in Bravely Default pronounce them slightly differently. Those are damage items. Ethers for restoring probably MP. Yeah, MP. Phoenix Downs in case you die. I have 2 of those. I found 2 of those. I don't think I have anyone else in my party, though, so that won't do me much good. Are there potions? Potions are, like, the big thing right now. Magnifying glass. I should have a freelancer ability that just lets me do that, right? I'll buy 1 just in case. Now I have 400 gold even. Potions. 8 is a nice number. I'll just go with that for now. Okay, see you again. Let's see. So let's run outside. And, oh no, are we going outside or are we going to... You guys don't have anything to say? No speech bubbles are appearing over your heads. Sounds like taxes are going up again. It's the same old story ever since Horton came to power. It's the last thing the people down on the coast need, what with these huge storms with everything we've been dealing with. Yeah, times of economic strife are not the best time to levy a tax increase, generally speaking.
Princess Gloria, thank you for joining us. I think you may have some inkling of why I have summoned you here. It concerns the future of the Musen royal line. It has been 3 years now since you came here to our kingdom. And while I can only imagine your pain at having lost your realm under such tragic circumstances, there comes a time when one must turn from the past and begin to look forward. I wonder if you might consider making your stay here a more long-term arrangement. Prime Minister Horton has convinced me that in finding you a suitable match, we might sooner bring about the restoration of your kingdom.
Has he indeed?
Thank you, Your Majesty. Yes, with King Vernon's permission, I have instructed my heralds to canvass potential suitors for you, Princess Gloria. Musa's unfortunate end need not mean the end of its illustrious line, after all.
I see. And have you any thoughts on the matter, Sir Sloane?
The honorable gentleman's line of reasoning is not without merit. Such an arrangement would indeed benefit Musa in the long term.
Ah, wise words, Sir Sloane. Your reputation as both a warrior and a thinker is well deserved, I see.
Yet I would not dream to speak for Her Highness, of course. 'Tis she and she alone who must decide.
King Vernon, your concern for my well-being is, as ever, far more than I deserve. Alas, I have a sacred duty to perform before I can even begin to consider such worldly affairs. This being so, I'm afraid I have no choice but to respectfully decline your suggestion.
What? How dare you treat I mean, King Vernon's kind offices with such disdain? Why, a match has been all but agreed already. Do you wish His Majesty to look a fool?
That will be quite enough, Horton. We have no right to expect anything of Princess Gloria beyond her kindness in hearing us out. We are friends and allies of long standing, and her wishes will be respected. If it is not impolite to ask, Your Highness, what is this sacred duty of which you speak?
The time has come for me to recover my kingdom's greatest treasures, the 4 crystals. Fortunately, thanks to Sir Sloane, the wind crystal is safely in my possession already. but the whereabouts of the others remain unknown. And that does not bode well. Fire, water, wind, earth, nature's masters. The crystal's power exceeds the hand of man, and if unleashed, would bring down death, disaster, calamity and blight upon the land. I learned those lines as soon as I could talk, and if I understand them correctly, the troubled seas may be merely the first among many calamities to come.
It is my duty, no, my destiny, as Princess of Musa, to do all that I can to prevent further misfortune befalling our world. And I shall fulfill it.
Very well. I understand completely. Princess Gloria, you must go. You must fulfill your destiny.
Thank you, King Vernon. Your understanding in the matter is much appreciated.
Alright, so Horton is the one who we're not supposed to like, and his mustache just completely gives away that we are not supposed to like him at all. I should specify by what I meant by the first part of that. He was the guy who the lady 2 minutes ago was blaming for increasing the taxes and such, so that tells us a little bit about him. Beyond the city limits, when you're out and about in the field, it's a good idea to look around you if you ever to get the lay of the land as you travel. If you're using the standard two-handed controls, the right stick will move the camera, pressing R will shrink or expand the minimap. For a detailed overview of the various controls, open the menu and go to Controls. Adventure Tips 1, saving. You can save your game at any time when you're in town or out in the open by hitting the menu options and then save. Even if you forget to save, the handy autosave function will occasionally record your progress for you. Look for the saving message in the bottom right of the screen. While this can be useful, you should still make a habit of saving regularly just to be safe. Alright, so expanding the minimap, that is really going to make that minimap, like, fill up. Let's see, the right stick is inverted. That's probably good, because I'm probably going to be doing that, and I don't want any surprises when it comes to the axis not being inverted. I'm going to shrink that map. Does the left stick do anything? The left stick does not do anything. Alright, so outside of town, I'm going to end things off. This first video has mostly been like setting the ground rules, getting established. Hopefully, the second episode, the next part of this, will involve a little bit more gameplay. We shall see. Ooh, when nightfall comes, the guy just, what's his name? I've already forgotten. Seth turns on his little lantern. That's cool. I like it when that happens in games. Anyway, yeah, in the next part we will be adventuring out in the open fields. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later. There are hints on the loading screens now.